All right, hello everybody. So this is the first lesson in our new online series that we're going to be doing. It's actually going to be a series that I planned on doing anyways when we were coming back from our break, but we just a little delay and it'll be more spread out, so we won't get that much done these next 9 weeks, but I feel that the lessons we will be doing will be very pertinent and important to your guys' lives, especially seniors getting ready to finish high school and enter into the real world. We're going to be looking at alternatives to four-year colleges, and this is lesson one. It kind of gives you a little direction. This is going to be found under Teams. Hopefully you guys found this assignment that I'm making, and then after this there's an exit ticket I do want you guys to answer, and that's it for this first lesson. Okay, so the first thing is a couple discussion prompts. The first one is, aside from attending college, what are some positive options you've thought of pursuing right after graduating high school? And then the second thing would be, what else would you like to know about these college alternative options? So please go ahead and think about these for a little bit. If you guys can see, it takes about 5 minutes to do it, but we won't wait that long. Just pause the video where we're at, think about it, and give me a full train of thought, please. All right, when you come back, next is going to be, we're going to talk a little bit about after graduation. There's going to be a lot of choices that you guys are going to have to make. Some of you, these choices will be easy and some will be difficult. And this little video that we have here that we're going to watch is a good indication of kind of the path that you guys will be choosing. Be mindful of the graphic that comes up when they do the little cartoony map. There's a lot of little things on there that aren't mentioned, but I want you guys to pay attention to. And the last thing I go before we start this aspect of it is, if you don't want to watch this video or get my little tidbits, you can just go ahead and work through this worksheet on your own and watch these videos and click all these hyperlinks by yourself. That's the big key thing. If you want to do this on your own, you can. It's just I figured some of you might want to see my face or kind of have my insight into it, and so I'm doing these videos for you guys. All right, and then once this loads up, I'll have it here, and we'll get ready to go.
Good morning, adventurers! My name is Raymond, and I will be your nature guide today. Do you have any questions?
Are there bears in these woods?
I do not know.
What's the history of this trail?
Anybody else?
What should I do after high school?
Yes, love it. Let's talk it out. It's not just about what you'll be doing next fall. You're choosing a path for your entire future.
Yikes.
One option is to further your education. That can mean college, university, trade school, online courses, apprenticeships, workshops, or anything in between. Further education feels like a logical next step, and in general, it does give you access to higher paying jobs.
Great. College it is.
But degrees can be pricey. When you factor in tuition, student loans, and interest, you're looking at a major debt decision that you'll likely be paying for long after you've graduated.
But going to school will allow me to make more money in the long run, so it balances out, right?
Possibly, but it's more than just an economic comparison. You have to consider the time investment and the dedication required. It means asking yourself if you're motivated enough by the outcome to give years of your life toward education.
When you put it that way, I'm not so sure.
Another option is to work after high school and start making money right away. Without tuition or student loans to pay for, your money can go toward other experiences and savings goals.
That sounds kinda cool.
It gives you real exposure to an industry and can help you discover whether or not it's something you're truly passionate about. You can pick up some practical skills, and your work experience may even lead to future employment opportunities. But work experience can only take you so far. Depending on the industry, you may need formal education or other training to advance beyond a certain point.
Well, now I feel even more lost.
Look, you may think your path needs to look something like this, but it'll probably end up looking more like this. And every path has obstacles. A fear of failure, a lack of direction, the expectations of family and friends, financial stress.
Can't I just avoid them?
Not entirely, but if you're well equipped, you won't lose your footing. Getting to know yourself is a good start. What are your strengths and limitations? What do you want out of life? Next, Feed your curiosity. What careers are you interested in, and how can you really explore those areas? Then, design a path that gives you both flexibility to adapt and the opportunity to explore. A career counselor or coach can be a helpful guide.
That makes sense. Thanks.
Of course. Any other questions?
Yeah. Is this nature hike still on? Because everybody's gone.
Not again. This always happens.
What kind of trees are these?
I have no idea.
And that's what I get from some of you guys when I ask questions. So just a couple things. Answer these after watching that video. Look at these two questions here about a friend considering what she wants to do after high school and is getting overwhelmed and confused. Having watched, what advice would you give her? And then of the 4 obstacles listed in the video, fear of failure, lack of direction, external expectations, financial stress, which one would honestly be you concerned about? And the key thing is I want you guys to answer these, and then you can resubmit this back in Teams, and I'll get to see all your answers and kind of see where everybody's feeling about it. So go ahead and pause the video and answer those questions now. All right. The third thing is life after high school. There are a lot of alternatives here. Now, there's a couple questions here. Same thing, hyperlink, click to it. They actually give you quite a few, and they have a top 10 alternative here. And there's a video we could watch, but instead, we're just going to roll through this. If you guys want, I'll stop at some of these and explain a little bit, but you guys take the opportunity within the hyperlink and do it yourself as well. Some things are to get a job right away. Start a business. If you think you have the mentality to do it as an entrepreneur and a teen, you can do it. It has been done. Just know that it takes a lot of work and dedication, and it's kind of one of those things where you have to make sure you understand. Travel abroad. That's kind of an interesting topic. It does take a lot of money to do it, but if you can look and try to see if you can get side jobs here or there, you might be able to get travel abroad and then get the experience and to pay for it at the same time. Serve in the military, that actually was the option that I took when it was coming up in the time that I wanted to do it. There were lots of benefits to that. Learning a trade, it's very key today that you guys actually do that, especially when it comes down to right now, when during the issue that we've had with our economy being shut down. And you look at what the essential versus the non-essential jobs are, and who still has a job versus who doesn't. There is an aspect of reality that learning a trade, it can be a good thing, but that trade can also lead to an opportunity where you may not be successful when times are hard. As much as I'd like to say, I do have a couple of students in here that want to do cosmetology, and my one of my good friends, she does it, and the aspect of that she has is that it's a struggle right now, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, right? So that's one thing that you guys have to look into as you go on. Be an intern or an apprentice. An internship is usually not paid. An apprentice is a lower paying job. That's what my oldest son has done. He has turned his apprenticeship into a job that will have full time for him. So I'm actually really he has gone in and they've seen how well of a job he does as kind of a test drive, as it says right there, and he's done great. Volunteer, reach out. You guys find areas of need of specialties that you want to do it. There's a website here called AmeriCorps.gov. It's kind of the Peace Corps that will give you guys plenty of opportunities to go volunteer, to do things, to maybe follow a certain passion that you may have. And then take adult education classes. You can go to community college and take a class here or there. There's nothing wrong saying you can't do that. Or earn a vocational or career training certification. Some of you have done that through EVIT. Hopefully you'll get to finish that off. Some people, as you go through, there are lots of programs for dental hygienists, radio technicians. They'll always be around. Turn a hobby into a moneymaker. I think that's a really good thing that you could do. Some of you guys can do lessons on the side. If you get really good at something, you'll be rewarded with it. So look at those things and then go ahead and answer these 2 questions right now. All right, the last thing, not the last thing, but another big key thing here. Now this is going to take a little bit of longer. There's 2 different assessments I'd want you guys to take. There are 2 options here. Okay, the first one's going to be what's called the skills matcher. And then I'm going to go back and do the other one real quick. And the other one is called an interest assessment. They're actually done by the same career company called Career One Stop, but they're two different things. Okay, so like for example, this is start assessment here. So this is the second one, which is the interest assessment. So it asks you what your interests are. The other one is a skills matcher. So it kind of goes through some topics about like building construction, body coordination. Like for example, building construction. I, on a whim, just went through here and started picking some of these. I am fairly advanced in that. Now, can I build a high-rise? No. Can I fix a plumbing leak in a ceiling? Yes. Chemistry, how well do you know? I could do everything until I saw this one. Use proper chlorine concentration and purify a water source. Can't do that. So it's a little lower. Clerical work, file forms, type of words. Actually, this would be design an online office storage system. I could probably do that. So understand that. Kind of look at the things that you guys can do. That's another option. Take that test, and then when you're down here, this one's about 40 questions, and it'll take you a couple of minutes to do it. Figure out which one it is, and then I'd be interested to see which one you choose, and then answer these questions, okay? And then the last piece here is a little reference about choose your path to explore. So I'm going to click on this, and this is kind of what we're going to be doing over the course of the next couple of weeks as we move forward. Once we get into these lessons, this is just lesson 1. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving into, we have at least 8 lessons we're going to be covering during this time. And here they are right here. So there's 3.2 and 3.3 deal with the military. We are going to show you guys, so for the next 2 lessons, it will be a little bit about the military. Entering the workforce right away, then some of you are going to go for the associate's degree, some of you might go with trade schools, apprenticeships, and then what's called your productive gap year. Some students do that, and what you guys can do is kind of understand and realize there are different options, and that's what this is about. Okay, look at those. What would you like to explore more, and what lessons would they pertain to? Write that information here. After you're done with that, please go and do the exit ticket. And then that's it. You're done for this lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little snippet and that you guys look forward to kind of diving into some of the careers as we go into this next couple of weeks. In the meantime, I'm sorry I won't get to see you guys, but I do miss you guys and I hope you all are doing well. If you need anything, come join me on my office hour times to say hello or to ask any questions. But I look forward to seeing or hearing from you guys. Take care and stay healthy and stay safe.